Okay, let's jump right in. We're doing a deep dive today, looking beyond just a simple weather report. Think of this more as strategic intelligence for Europe, Western Russia, and the North Caucasus, specifically for September 7th through the 16th, 2025. Our goal here is to really unpack the key threats, the big atmospheric patterns driving things, and crucially, how this all fits into the wider climate change picture.
That's exactly right. It's not just about what's happening next week, it's about the why. Connecting these immediate forecasts to those bigger long-term shifts so you can really grasp what's at play.
Okay, so let's get into those immediate threats. What are we seeing? Well, first, there's this widespread unusual warmth, a pretty high heat wave risk, especially hitting Central and Southern Europe. Second, more potential for severe thunderstorms, heavy rain. But what's really standing out is this high confidence forecast. It's for a multi-day extreme rainfall event. Over in the North Caucasus, September 9th to 11th, we're talking significant risk, flash floods, landslides, the kind of rugged terrain. That's serious, and these aren't just like random events, are they? They're happening in a system we know is changing, amplified by warming.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's look at the atmospheric pattern behind it all. It's fascinating. You've got this persistent low-pressure system basically parked over the UK and Ireland. This trough, this elongated low pressure, it's dictating the airflow. It's pulling warm, moist air up from the southwest into Western and Central Europe, and then a southerly flow into Eastern Europe, Western Russia. Now, globally, there's a weak La Nina starting up cooling parts of the Pacific, but for this region right now, it's this nearby low-pressure system that's really in charge. It's the dominant driver. And because the whole system is warmer, it's pushing more heat, more moisture northward than it maybe would have, say, 30 years ago, leading to more extremes.
Right, which brings us to that crucial context. You mentioned the system is warmer. Europe itself is the fastest warming continent on the planet. I saw the 2022 figures, temperatures 2.3 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, and warming at twice the global average since the 1980s.
Twice the global average.
Yeah.
It's stark. So essentially, any weather pattern we see now has a higher potential ceiling for heat. And the warmer air holds more moisture, which, juices up the rainfall when it does happen. The IPCC, the UN's climate science body, they're quite clear, high confidence. Humans are increasing these extreme hot and extreme rain events.
It really feels like we're seeing these trends play out regionally in this forecast, doesn't it? Like in the North Caucasus, you mentioned that multi-day rainfall, over 1.4 inches in 72 hours.
Yeah.
Combine that with steep slopes.
Yeah.
A very high risk for flash floods, landslides, life-threatening stuff.
Exactly. And then you look south towards the Mediterranean. There's that heat wave risk from potentially hitting, 88 Fahrenheit, 31 Celsius. But there's also this precipitation paradox people talk about, which means, long-term drying trends overall, but punctuated by these really sudden, intense downpours. Because again, that warmer atmosphere holds more water vapor, about 7% more for every degree Celsius rise. So how do you prepare for both drought and deluge? It's a real challenge.
And it's not just the Med or the Caucasus. Western Russia too, right? Above average temperatures. Moscow forecast around 70, 73 Fahrenheit. That's 21, 23 Celsius. Just 5 to 7 degrees C above normal. Yeah. And Russia's warming even faster, 2.5 times the global average.
Yeah, that's right.
And Central Western Europe, Prague, hitting maybe 75, 80 Fahrenheit, 24, 27 Celsius. So anomalous warmth there too, plus those severe thunderstorms we mentioned, localized flash floods, maybe hail.
So if you connect all these dots, what you're seeing is this new reality of interconnected risks, compounded risks. We're kind of moving beyond preparing for just, say, a heat wave or a flood. Now it's about managing simultaneous threats, heat and storms happening together or close together. And that really demands a different approach, doesn't it? More proactive, more integrated, like better monitoring in places like the North Caucasus, or making sure heat action plans are ready to go in Southern Europe.
Yeah, it sounds like managing a much more complex dynamic situation.
Yeah.
So wrapping this up, what does this all really mean for you listening? This kind of deep dive, it shows the weather forecast isn't just, pack an umbrella. It's becoming a strategic insight, a window into this fundamentally changed climate reality we're in.
Absolutely. And maybe a final thought to leave you with, building on all this, we've talked about these broad climate trends, the predictable part, but daily weather still has its unpredictable specifics. So how does understanding this predictable uncertainty, this clash between the known trends and the day-to-day chaos, how does that change how you think about building resilience, both personally and, as communities?